Under the midnight sun of the Alaskan summer, a wanted man runs from the law.
We're in pursuit of a Cadillac Escalade.
And the troopers must end the chase with minimal damage.
1722 passing on the left.
Off the road and on the river, fishermen breaking the rules can't hide from the wildlife troopers.
Gentlemen, we need to talk.
And deep in the backcountry, a leisurely rafting trip may turn deadly.
One of them's unaccounted for.
It's all in a day's work for the Alaska State Troopers.
There's a bear. You do? There's a bear.
Outstanding.
It's a hot June day in the Matsu Valley, and Trooper Doug Cook patrols the streets of Palmer, just 40 miles outside the state's biggest city, Anchorage. During the Alaskan summer, daylight can last 20 hours, so the roads are packed with activity. Drivers, pedestrians,
10-6 with a male hitchhiker, blue jeans and a black jacket.
as well as other inhabitants of the 49th state.
When it starts to warm up, the moose get a little bit more active and they tend to spend more time crossing the roads.
All of this makes a potentially fatal accident a very real possibility. Suddenly, dispatch sends Cook to assist Anchorage police with one of the most dangerous types of calls on this road: a high-speed pursuit.
APD dispatch stated that they were trying to stop the vehicle for original call of violating conditions of release.
We're in pursuit of a Cadillac Escalade that APD attempted to stop and it failed to yield for them. About 1 mile ahead of us.
Trooper Cook pushes his state-issued Dodge Charger toward its top speed of 129 miles per hour. It's a potent weapon in a high-speed pursuit.
Back at 31 to South Clock Lane. We're at 97 miles an hour.
T-3017.
Chases like these are extremely dangerous, so the troopers must coordinate all pursuing units and send extra units ahead of the chase to help bring it to a safe end.
1B31, 1B22, there's a mobile spike rolling up behind me. We are at mile 46.
Cook catches up with 2 trooper units, but they're still a half-mile back from the suspect.
Back at 31, we're at 97 miles an hour. He's across the center line, just crossing again. I think you're going to 34 going on
10-4, 1722 passing on the left.
It's not long before he catches up with the suspect.
Going about 95 miles an hour, picking up speed. The road is still dry and light traffic. We've got the vehicle on the right side. I've got the Charger behind us.
I can take lead if you want.
Go ahead, I'll call after you.
Passing on the left.
Cook floors the Charger and moves into lead position.
His driving is erratic. He almost lost it on a sweeping left-hand curve.
He's passing another 2 vehicles into a yellow. Speeds are 107.
4 miles ahead, troopers prepare to deploy a spike strip. Spike strips are designed to rapidly deflate tires, bringing dangerous high-speed pursuits to a quick and safe end.
8422, confirm you're set up at 66.
Super, just after the bridge. Back on 31, just got another vehicle on the double yellow. We're down to about 85 miles an hour.
As they approach the spike strip, Cook backs off.
We're at mile 65. I'm going to back off 1/4 mile.
The spike strip is ready to go at the other end of the bridge.
8422, we're coming up to the bridge. And he's in the left-hand lane.
Speed zone 107.
Did he hit the spikes?
Negative spike, you got it wrong.
The suspect pulls to the extreme left side of the road into oncoming traffic to avoid the obstacle.
Copy, you got around him. 1B1722, confirm discontinue.
No, we're done. We know who he is, and we can go from there.
The troopers call off the pursuit for public safety. There's a construction zone 10 miles north. Cook backs off even further.
Just lost sight of him at mile 73. We discontinued the pursuit. It's getting into a construction zone, which is a gravel road. We have identified the driver, and it's too much of a risk for the motoring public for us to continue this pursuit. We'll catch up to him. We know who it is. We've identified the vehicle, and we've identified the driver based on prior contact with APD, and he's a felon from what I can understand. He won't get away. We'll catch up to him.
Tango 42, be advised, I'm at 100 on the park, headed that way right now.
Troopers from Fairbanks call in to assist in the pursuit. One unit is just 30 miles north and closing.
We do have a unit that's coming south. I'm just going to continue to drive north until I meet with that unit and make sure he didn't crash between here and there, and he didn't run anybody off the road or get anybody killed.
Be advised, I'm at 92 mile of the Parks Highway with, I believe that's the Cadillac right there.
1T42, 1B22. We're at mile 84. We're not going to be able to join you. T42, 1B22. One T42, 1B22.
Suddenly, the troopers lose radio contact with the unit in pursuit.
One of the Fairbanks units aren't answering the radio, and it may be somebody involved in this pursuit. If they're involved in the pursuit and they're not answering the radio, there's a possibility that something bad has happened to that particular officer.
Ten minutes later, they regain contact.
1B22.
We just passed 165 mile right now.
80 miles ahead, troopers are setting up another set of spikes. As Cook heads north at a safe pace, he listens intently to the radio.
Can you re-advise that mile marker that you'll be set up at again? I'll be at 184.5. There'll be a long straight stretch before you come to the curve on the bridge. Should be about 2 miles out. Again, about 2 miles out. Incoming right now. He's back in his lane. We slowed down. About 85, 90 miles an hour. And he's still weaving back and forth within his lane. We're at 184. Dispatch 1042, 184 miles. Bridge. 184 miles coming to the bridge right now.
Listen up.
Spikes deployed, and we got him. He's still rolling. All the tires have been spiked.
Outstanding.
32. We're up to officer 3 to 42. The spikes are going by road. 186.5. He's getting ready to put bail.
He's getting ready to foot bail right now.
Okay, 186.5. He's getting ready to put bail.
Even after 150 miles of chasing, the suspect refuses to give up.
Survey 742, we're on again. He's probably a lot of moving around the vehicle. He's got something in his hand.
Back off. Back off. Come on, T-42.
Guys, I can see to the back of the black tent window, the door on, moving around.
Put your spotlight on him. Come on.
T-42, T2, back off and wait for the other unit.
Good call, Lieutenant.
Okay, he's going in the ditch. Flip out.
Flip. He's out on foot. Come on, T-42. They just made the arrest. He's in custody.
After initially dropping back, Cook makes it to the scene of the arrest.
We got the tires back there at the bridge at the East Fork, and then he rode up here on rims, and then went off the road here and went on foot pursuit, and then Woodruff and I got him right up there. So
Cook meets up with Trooper Jason Woodruff to pick up the suspect and transport him 150 miles back to jail.
Hey, nice job.
All right, thanks.
Well done.
Appreciate it.
Well done.
All right, it worked out.
It did.
Yeah,
it did. 150 miles from when we started it to when we stopped it.
And can get that low 48, man.
I know.
15 to 120.
He's pretty fidgety back there. Isn't he?
He's just, it's all the, he admitted he's done a lot of coke and smoked a lot of crack.
Trooper Cook pats the man down before transporting him to jail in Palmer.
I don't be shaking up.
All right.
Appreciate it.
There you go. He's gonna.
Mr. Green, did you use the bathroom in his car?
No, it's
No, there's a bottle. Yeah.
Oh,
we were,
okay.
we were,
He stepped on one.
we were running and,
Had a hole in it.
and the whole
Okay.
pit.
All right.
What was your first name again?
George.
Let's not meet like this again. Okay?
Sorry.
All right.
I appreciate it, man.
Next time, just pull over. Okay?
Oh, when you're good, nice.
Yes, sir.
All right. Come on back here and passenger side.
Sure. Thanks again, boss.
Yep. Take it easy. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, it's a little tight. Face me, sit on the seat, and then swing your legs around. All right, Troop. Nice work.
Thanks, man.
Nice work.
Good deal.
You had to be getting pretty low on gas too, didn't you?
I couldn't have went another 3 miles.
where were you headed?
I don't even know where I'm at. I have no clue.
Extended daylight and increased temperatures make June a popular month for tourism throughout the 49th state. 150 miles east of Anchorage in Copper Center, Wildlife Trooper John Simeon heads out to check on sport fishermen on the Clutina River. It's prime time for sockeye or red salmon fishing in this part of the state, and anglers from all over hit the rivers to enjoy the outdoors and catch some Alaskan salmon. Simeon's there to make sure they're all playing by the rules.
Mind if I take a look at your fishing license real quick? There's something really that's surreal about Alaska. It captivates you, and all the years I was in the military in the lower 48, all I dreamed about was coming back home, and anywhere in Alaska's home. It doesn't have to be the place you were born or the place you grew up. If you come from Alaska, you always want to come back.
Today, he heads out to the harder to reach areas along the river.
We're gonna sneak down over the bluff here and see if we can see anybody snagging any reds out of the Clutina River. Oh, there they are right there. A lot of folks who are coming up here to experience Alaska, they want to go where other people aren't. They want to experience the Alaska. They want to see the wild and not be disturbed by anybody else. And a lot of times the guys who are going out to try and break the law think they're far enough away. I mean, if you were down there on the river, you wouldn't think that anybody else in the world is watching you. But then again, here we are. Ooh, there's a raft right there.
Stopping by a popular fishing hole, Simeon spots a group of men and is immediately suspicious.
You're gonna have to watch him. He's got what we call the keen-eye twitch going on. Right at the end of his drift, he yanks on his rod real quick in hopes to snag a fish.
Fishermen here are only allowed to hook fish in their mouth. Snagging them elsewhere with their hooks makes for an easier catch, but is illegal.
So let's sneak down to the bluff here where we can get a good vantage point and watch him for a bit. That's such a snagging move. You got film of that guy over there doing that? What did Jack Nicklaus say in when he would turn into the Joker? What is it? Wait till they get a load of me. Wait till you walk down this hill.
Suddenly, one of the fishermen spots Simeon, his cover's blown.
The old guy down here is cutting his hook off. He's done. He's cutting his hook off. He knows we're busted. He's looking directly up here. He just busted me. I've got to go down there now because they're going to cut all their lures off. This is going to be quick and violent. Sir, can I talk to you, please? Gentlemen, we need to talk. Where are you all from?
We're from Utah.
Utah? Okay. Well, my name is John Simeon. I'm with Alaska State Troopers.
Okay, John.
We need to talk about your fishing technique here. What do you call that violent twitch you guys do at the end there?
Just a set.
Flip? You don't set a hook unless you got a fish on the line. That's a snagging move.
A citation for snagging could cost these fishermen hundreds of dollars.
Snagging's illegal. Even attempting to snag is illegal. From watching you up there and watching you over there as well, I mean, you guys were ripping that thing at the end. Is this all the fishing poles you have here?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So what's the blood from? And do you guys have any fish here?
I got one sockeye over there.
Okay.
Simeon checks the fish to make sure it was justly caught.
Okay, but you guys still haven't described that violent twist you guys do at the end of your drift.
What do you want us to say, sir?
Well, sir, that's a snagging motion. What's up with the other setups you have there?
Well, we were thinking of fishing for king.
King salmon are currently out of season on the Clutina, and the penalty for catching one in closed waters is up to $10,000.
How long have you guys been fishing in Alaska?
About 7 minutes.
And you guys haven't caught a king out of this river yet this year?
No, we just got started.
Okay. Well, it's probably a good thing that I'm here today and early. You know, king's closed on this river. There's no fishing for kings right now on this river. So it's probably good that I'm here a little bit early.
With just the sockeye, Simeon decides to let them off with just a warning.
Maybe we'll just go through a little bit of education right now. How's that? Save you guys several hundreds of dollars. Because that motion at the end of a drift is a snagging motion.
Okay.
You know, and even though you guys could be not intending to do it, it's indicative of a snagging motion. So let's do that. Let's just go through some education.
All right.
We'll take care of it that way. Okay. I came blazing down this hill with all purpose to sight you guys, because I was like, holy moly, look at that. They're snagging. They probably have trouble hooks on. That's what they're doing. See? And he's not doing a violent jerk at the end anymore.
But before he leaves, another visitor
It's a
arrives.
sockeye. I don't care whether you're sweet.
There's a bear. There's a bear. Hey! Hey! Ran off.
He's gone now.
Yeah, he wasn't over there. We went back over. But if you can look,
Black
he was
bear.
sitting. Yeah, he was sitting right in that clearing right there, looking right at us.
lead us out of here? I'm out. I don't want anymore.
You got a shotgun. You guys are good. Good to meet you, Ward. You guys have a good day.
Yeah, thanks, my friend. Appreciate it.
Sir?
Yeah, thanks for cutting
Yeah.
some slack.
You bet. So we'll take care of it that way. I'm pretty sure when I leave, if that bear doesn't come back, you guys are going to have a good day.
I don't know about this.
Make a lot of noise when you leave.
Yeah.
The tourist season's in full swing on Alaska's Kenai Peninsula as well. Cruise ships bring visitors from all over the world to ports like Seward. Sergeant Dan Cox patrols the busy Seward Highway north of town. He's been patrolling the area for 4 years, but never tires of the scenery in his backyard.
Talking with tourists and stuff that I come in contact with, they can't believe how beautiful Alaska is, and they pay thousands and thousands of dollars to come up and see things that I get to see every single day. I've been all over the world traveling and vacationing, and I've never found a place that I would rather live than Alaska. Solano 24, 1036.
Today, Cox pulls over to assist Trooper Mike Zweifel on a traffic stop outside a popular campground. The passenger's on probation, and the driver doesn't have his license on him.
Do you have anything that's got your name or anything on it, any type of ID at all? Because
the driver informs him that he's from Washington State, but it doesn't check out.
Washington just came back. There's no record of a person with that name and date of birth ever having any type of driving license or record out of Washington. Do you have anything that's got your name or anything on it, any type of ID at all?
I'm staying in Williams Park. I do have stuff in the camper where I'm camped at. What's gonna happen?
The other troopers on the phone with the probation officer will figure out what's going on with that. And it's up to the other trooper what goes on.
The passenger's probation officer gives the troopers consent to search the vehicle.
I do have a little container with a little bit of pot.
Okay, where's that at? Yeah, hold on. Just tell me where it's at real quick.
It's behind the seat, I think.
Okay.
What kind of container is it in? Altoids. Altoids? This it? Do you mind if I open this? Okay.
And the other one is a Vicodin, and I do have a prescription for them.
Okay, where's your prescription?
It's sitting in the camper.
Okay.
I don't take everything out with me.
What are all these little baggies for?
It's just to put stuff in to keep them dry.
You just got a lot of them.
Yep. It's good for lots of stuff.
Just a little bit more marijuana?
Oh, I didn't even know that was there.
Okay.
The baggies and pot indicate that the man could be dealing, but troopers still don't know who he is.
At this point, we don't know about the driver. We can't find any record of him, so we don't know, is he a homicide suspect or has he got warrants out of somewhere else? We just don't know who he is. He states that he has identification at the campsite, so we're gonna go down trying to identify him.
At the campsite, the man can't locate the keys to his trailer.
Crap.
So they pop a window open to get inside.
You have any weapons in there or anything?
No, sir, I don't. I don't own any weapons. That's the title of the truck.
After minutes of searching, he's unable to locate his ID or a prescription for the Vicodin.
All right, it's all secured up. Go ahead and turn around. You have to bring your hands back here and you place under arrest right now.
The man's Alaskan camping trip is cut short, and he's booked on possession of 2 controlled substances, driving without insurance, and driving without a license, and taken to jail in Seward. Alaska has the highest rate of illegal drug use in the nation, so the troopers are always on the lookout for drugs on traffic stops. especially on busy roads like the Seward Highway. Back on patrol, Cox spots Trooper James Buttery on a traffic stop.
We'll stop here and back him up. Sold out in 24, I'm out with 44.
Stay right there for me if you wouldn't mind. I can smell dope in the car. She says it's in there. She doesn't know whose it is or where it's at. It's one of the 2 passengers, so I'm gonna go talk to them real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
The driver and 1 passenger admit there's a small amount of marijuana in the vehicle. The driver won't consent to search the vehicle, but a 2nd passenger allows Trooper Buttery a search of his bag.
So, how much is in there?
That is probably closer to, I would say, maybe 1/8 of an ounce.
With the pungent odor and the amount of bags left unsearched in the vehicle, Buttery's not convinced this is the only weed inside.
Well, you told me there was some.
Well, no, I know.
And then he told me there was some, and then he gave me some that didn't match the amount that you told me.
And I see where you're...
You see where this is starting to build with me and stuff. There's a little bit more in there than what people are telling me. Would you give me consent to search your vehicles, just to see if we can locate the rest of the stuff and get it out of the way?
I just don't think it's necessary to search it. But
You don't think it's necessary?
I don't think so.
Just no?
I'd like to say no.
That's your choice. Just hold on 1 second. There's more in there. That's more. It's littered everywhere in there. You can smell it everywhere. I mean, like I said, stuck my head in the car. As soon as the wind hit, it just came out of the back. And that little Tupperware container he gave me ain't what it all came from. There's more in there. The red-headed passenger, I don't remember what his name is. He's the most nervous out of every one of them. But he's the one that's...
And that's the one you found it on?
No, I found it on this guy. He's the one that gave it up to me, but the guy in the front passenger seat right now, he's the one that, when I told him I was seizing all the bags in there, his eyes got about as big as dinner plates.
Without the driver's consent to search the vehicle, the troopers seize the car and apply for a search warrant from the judge. Back at the trooper post, the judge grants the warrant and Buttery's search begins.
If I start with one side, I try to search all the way around the vehicle to the other side. The object is not to bounce around, because if you bounce around, you're going to miss a lot of things inside the vehicle. They'll actually cut things out and build hidden compartments inside of containers. Common places are in the dashboard, under the seats, hidden compartments built under the seat, traps in the floor. Just about anywhere you can think that somebody can cut a cavity out of somewhere and build a box, they can hide it there. Oh, there we go. I think she was a little off in her estimation of a couple of eighths.
Buttery finds enough pot to charge the driver and 1 passenger each with a misdemeanor.
1, 2, 3 pipes, several packages of marijuana, both in here and also on the front seat passenger.
It's a relatively minor charge, but for the troopers, every bust can make a big difference.
The way I view things is every little bit counts. You just can't treat these little incidents like they're nothing. Our interaction with one individual may change their view on things. They may decide that they don't want to use marijuana anymore or use any illegal narcotics anymore, and they may clean their act up, and that's kind of the goal of everything.
In Fairbanks, rising temperatures mean an increase of activity for the troopers. Only 4 troopers per shift are charged with the region surrounding Alaska's 2nd biggest city, including Sergeant Brian Wassman. His 17 years on the job has taught him to take nothing for granted.
When we respond to calls for service, at that time it might be fairly routine for us, but the person that's calling and requesting our assistance, those are significant events for people. If we're able to help somebody even in the slightest, if we can affect an outcome and, improve somebody's situation and, towards the top end of that scale, if we can hold somebody accountable for victimizing somebody or stealing from somebody, that's a really rewarding feeling. I mean, we're the front line against a lot of that business.
Today,
25 tonight.
Wassman's responding to reports of a man fighting with a woman inside a moving car.
There was a rolling DV coming from one of the restaurants a few miles down the road.
The driver was driving recklessly, and it looked like there was a scuffle going on in the car.
The car is reportedly driving erratically and at dangerous speeds. Troopers send multiple units to stop it. When Wassman arrives on scene, it turns out the erratic driving may not have been caused by a fight with the passenger after all.
Do you have anything wrong with your eyes? Do you use glasses or anything like that?
Trooper J.D. Jones tests the man to see if he's been drinking.
So I want you to keep your head still, follow the tip of my finger with just your eyes without moving your head, okay? It's like this. Just focus on the end of my finger. Don't move your head. Try not to move your head. Okay, you're moving your head, all right? Okay, let's try it one more time without moving your head. Have you drink any alcohol?
No, I ain't drinking alcohol.
Okay, is there any open alcohol containers in the vehicle?
No.
Wassman uncovers a different story.
Yeah, you got a number for it?
Wine in this coffee cup here.
Can you count? Can you count from 69 to 54 backwards?
1,000 what?
69 to 54 backwards.
1,069 backwards.
There you go. I'll tell you what, take a deep breath and blow. Make a tight seal, blow hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, you see right there, it says insufficient flow.
Yeah.
It means you gotta blow hard, okay, until I tell you to stop, okay? Go ahead, we'll try again. Keep going, keep going. Okay, it says insufficient flow. You wanna try one more time or not?
I got bad luck, I've been smoking.
Take a deep breath and blow.
They can't get a good breath sample from him, but the troopers already have the evidence they need.
Okay, well, you need to turn around. You're under arrest for DUI.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You gotta be joking me.
No, go ahead. Right now. I'm not going to ask twice.
Huh? Oh, you don't have to.
We do? Yeah, well, you can't go home while you're drunk, though. Okay, Pard, have a seat right there.
Luckily, there were plenty of troopers in the area to get this erratic driver safely off the road.
We had some troopers close by, and we were able to catch up to the car at this intersection here, and it turned out that the driver was DUI. There was no DV or fight going on. There was some arguing, but that proved to be untrue. But like I said, the driver was DUI, so he was arrested. Now he's going over to post.
Don't drink and drive.
June means time for fishing. And in southwestern Alaska, the Kuskokwim River outside Bethel is a regional fishing hub. Over 20 hours of daylight a day provides ample opportunities for a catch.
In front of Cesari's on Front Street.
Officer Jeff Lee is a 2-year veteran of the Bethel Police Department.
Hi, Officer Lee, Bethel PD. The reason I pulled you over, you're going about 247 miles an hour.
Oh my!
You got your driver's license, registration. I know you're delivering pizzas, but we don't have that 30-minute guarantee here, do we?
Bethel is off the road system, so during summer, the Kuskokwim and surrounding waterways serve as highways for locals and industry alike. Over 60% of the town's population is Native Alaskan, mostly Yupik Eskimo, many of whom still speak their native tongue.
Mani kuskok pagmi nuna chogni wita tulit angyagun mamtris kemuntai lachtut kipus vichluding. We do a lot of subsistence fishing.
Many locals depend on the abundant hunting and fishing opportunities the region has to offer.
See you, girls.
Bye.
As the family heads out to fish, Officer Lee starts his shift. During his years on the force, Lee's become accustomed to dealing with one of Bethel's biggest social problems.
Most of your shift's going to be spent taking care of the intoxicated individuals that kind of wander around town. Give me your other hand. Basically, they're taken into protective custody. We try to find a place for them to go, either a sober relative or a sober friend that'll take them in for the night. If they aren't accepted somewhere, then we usually take them to the emergency room, have them medically cleared, looked at, and then over to the jail for sleep off. 99% of the time, they're repeat customers. They're pretty friendly for the most part. We just try to get them off the street. It's not such a big deal this time of year. About the worst thing they'd get is bug bites and, you know, possibly aspirate when they throw up.
But during the frigid winter months, the job of caring for intoxicated subjects becomes even more important.
Pretty common to have intoxicated individuals passing out on their front porch and actually dying. We had several this winter. We'll have them pass out in the driveway where they just can't go any further and they end up freezing to death.
Go ahead.
On the other side of town, Officer Colin Sims is responding to reports of an unresponsive man lying in the grass.
Copy, thank you. We'll go talk to him. Wake up for me. You okay?
Oh.
What's going on? You're sleeping in the dirt. You have any ID on you? Are you sick?
No.
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
No? Why are you sleeping in the grass then?
As Sims assesses the man's condition, another intoxicated man shows up.
I'm a neighbor.
Okay. Do you know him?
I don't even know him.
You don't know him? Okay. Well, we'll take care of him. Okay. We'll get him to the hospital, and then we'll get him a good place to sleep. Okay.
Okay. What I'm concerned is, what's his name? Can I have his name? No. Can I have his name?
I think that's his name. No.
You came out here.
You're right. Let go of me.
Yeah, and can I have his name?
I think it's.
Can I have his name?
I just told you his name.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna take him to the hospital. Step back.
A community service officer arrives to transport the man to the hospital.
Here in Bethel, okay?
The only hospital in Bethel.
The only one. Go back to your house. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Have a good night.
I'm having good night. I'm having good night.
Don't step too close to me, okay?
I'm having good night.
Okay, good night then. Go.
Let me help you out.
Go. Go home.
But looking at you.
Don't point at me. Go home.
Don't point
Go
at
home.
me.
Go home now, or you're gonna go to jail. Go. Go home.
Hey. You just pointed at my...
Go home. We're gonna take care of him and you need to go home. Okay?
For what?
Because we're gonna take care of him. I can't have you yelling at me and take care of him at the same time. Go back to your house. We're gonna take him with us.
And President Obama's gonna be okay with this?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. Write him a letter.
Sims tries to get the man to return to his house peacefully.
Where do you live? Which one of these houses?
I don't care. I don't even need to tell you.
Are you gonna go back inside?
Yeah.
Okay then. Is this your dad?
This is Iraq. This is Iraq.
Will you get him inside before he does go to jail?
This is Iraq. This is Iraq.
Back on patrol, Officer Lee gets word that another officer has a well-known bootlegger in custody. 33 communities in Alaska have banned alcohol possession completely because of the many problems it's caused. In Bethel, residents can legally order limited amounts of alcohol from Anchorage, which bootleggers then sell to the surrounding dry villages for profit. Under the midnight sun, Lee heads to the scene.
2352. a couple guys stopped me and say, you know, there's a whole group of people here waiting for some bootleggers coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm sitting there talking to them. This car drives by, and I says, is that them? And they're like, yeah.
This whiskey goes for only $11 a bottle in Anchorage, but in the outlying villages, these 11 bottles could bring in over $900 for the bootleggers.
What's going on tonight? Why'd you guys get pulled over?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Whose booze?
I don't know. Not mine.
It's not yours?
The passenger's not saying much, so Lee presses him further.
Whose bag?
Not mine. I don't know.
So there's two of you in the car.
It's not mine.
So whose is it?
I don't know.
It's the mysterious booze bunny?
Not mine.
Okay. So who's the one out bootlegging?
Not me.
Not you? Not either?
I don't know. It's not mine.
Okay, that's not what he's saying.
It's not mine.
Okay. Well, hold on a second.
Despite the man's refusal to talk, Lee finds out he's got a warrant.
You have a warrant for your arrest. Turn around. Put your hand behind my back. You got a warrant for your arrest for assault in the 4th degree.
But it gets worse. Lee finds a pipe.
Anything to go with that? Okay. What is this?
Dope.
That's dope? Okay. All right, let's go this way.
Both individuals are transported to jail. It's a good catch for Bethel PD.
We're not allowed to order alcohol. We can have alcohol here in Bethel. Well, they come in to town here to buy bottles of booze. 80 bucks a bottle, 85 bucks a bottle here. So, times 11 bottles, it's pretty good business here. Moral of the story is, you know, it ain't worth it.
Back on the Clutina River in south central Alaska, the fishing continues. But 40 miles south, trouble.
Hey, we've got a little situation down here. We have some people that are flipped over on the Tonsina River.
A pair of rafters are in trouble on the perilous whitewater of the Tonsina River.
About an hour and 45 minutes ago, we received a call from dispatch reporting that we had 2 individuals flipped over in a raft. One of them is unaccounted for.
One of the victims was able to phone his friend before his battery ran out.
He called the house saying that there had been an accident. The other gentleman had jumped out of the raft onto a pile of debris and that the raft had capsized. After that, he was around the bend from him, did not have visual contact with him, that the raft and all their survival gear was downstream.
This river is very treacherous, a lot of rocks, shallow, narrow, and fast. So it's not going to be an easy river to navigate. And we have a trooper here who's very proficient with a riverboat, and he's not willing to go on this river because he knows this river is very treacherous. So the safe thing to do at this point in time is call in a helicopter.
One man remains unaccounted for and his conditions unknown. If the lost boater submerged during the accident, hypothermia is a very real possibility.
For they're going to be cold, first of all, we need something to get them warm. I don't know if they have any kind of trauma at all. So I got a basic emergency kit.
Local rescue workers soon arrive, and the team gears up and heads out to locate the 2 victims.
All right, we have good power. Here we go. Reportedly on a sandbar on the side, but we'll look for somebody waving. Yeah. What kind of raft was it?
Yeah, there's a cataract. The blue cataract. Okay.
No sign of the victims yet, but they spot what's left of the raft.
Looks like it might be. Oh, there it is. There's a raft. There it is. Oh, kayaks. Holy cow. A little inflatable kayak. And they were coming down in that? Holy cow. They told me they had 2 people in that little kayak. Oy vey.
The team finds the raft. Now they can only hope to locate the men quickly.
We go a long distance. Probably. There we go, right here on the left. Okay, off the left side. Okay, I have him. That's the gentleman in brown, looks like. All right. Roger, roger. Rescue vehicle, we're landing at this.
Trooper Dool assesses the first victim.
All right, let's get you into something warm here then. You need any water or anything? Are you hydrated well, other than being soaked? Take some water. All right. Sounds like you're in pretty good shape. You know what day it is today and all that?
Yeah.
All right.
About the closest I've come to dying ever.
Yeah. You swallow a bunch of water?
It wasn't so much water, but I ended up down, I think I got caught on that snag right there. My life jacket got caught on the snag. And
on this one in the center of the river?
I think it was this one, and it just held me under for about, I don't know, a long time.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
That water comes down, it puts a lot of pressure on you.
You have to respect the water, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Cold and shaken up, but in stable condition, they transport the man back to base. And then head back out to find his friend.
Okay. That's crazy that it even floated down this far. But it's caught under debris of some sort. What I'm going to try to do is we're just going to go and slowly, you guys will look down in the trees to see if we can find them. Okay. See that white right there?
They spot a makeshift SOS signal on the beach below. And just downriver, they spot their man.
There he is.
Thinking your gear, you got it. You okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, glad you had your life vest on.
Oh, absolutely. Not just a life vest, but a good one.
What's that?
Not just a life vest, but a good one.
Good.
Back at base, the two friends are reunited after a nerve-wracking afternoon.
I think I was a lot more worried about him. He was the one in the water, and I watched him go around the corner and disappear, thinking I'm not going to see this guy, you know, possibly again, and I didn't know what's going to happen. But and then you're sitting out there, and you're like, okay, your buddy just disappeared around the corner in the water. What are you going to do? And the first thing came to my mind when we launched the boat, our buddy Carl told him, you know, if we're not back by 11, call out the troopers. So that made me feel comfort. I'm sitting there thinking I might spend the night out here, but somebody's going to be looking for us come tomorrow.
Got everybody out. Everybody's safe. So it's a good day. That's the way we like it to end.